Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Jay Isaac from Blackburn Primary Care in Gloucester, Massachusetts. So today I thought we'd talk about how to improve our immune health. We have talked about how to reduce your risk for acquiring COVID-19. So specifically, we've talked about social distancing, not touching your T-zone, so eyes, nose, mouth. We've also talked about washing hands, cleaning and sanitizing surfaces, etc. So that's what we can do to reduce our exposure, but what can we do to improve our resistance to the bug, should we get it? So there are 5 things that I think are critical to improving immune health, and I thought we'd talk about that today. What the virus does is it messes with our ability to regulate immunity, especially with T cells and things like that, dysregulated inflammatory responses, etc. So you want a strong immune system. And the best way to do it is through things that are very easy, hard to do in terms of discipline, but anyone can do. Okay, the first one, good nutrition. You knew that was coming. Well, at least patients that see me on a regular basis know that I talk about that a lot. So I noticed that when I've been inside grocery stores that the pasta and the rice and all that stuff is gone. But there's plenty of fresh produce. And that's ironic because processed food does not help inflammation and your immune system. In fact, if anything, it hurts. So the best thing to do is get, colorful vegetables. So which kind? I'm not going to get into the depth of what's good nutrition in general. We'll just talk about what's good nutrition for your immune system. First of all, lean protein is good, especially fish, right? So salmon, cod, herring, tuna, why? They have vitamin A and vitamin D, which is very important to your health. And they also contain omega-3 fatty acid, which is also vital to your health. In addition to that, you want to get plenty of leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, things like that. Cruciformis vegetables are also healthy. So broccoli, cauliflower, even things like asparagus. And finally, you want to get plenty of fruits and vegetables. You want to get vitamin C into you. Berries have lots of antioxidants. So blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. And nuts are healthy as well, especially tree nuts. So these are foods that are helpful and will boost your resistance to the virus. But eating lots of processed food will do just the opposite. And I think I forgot to mention legumes and lentils. So peas, beans, chickpeas, and lentils. So try to get that in your diet as well. And they keep well, so you can store them. So in terms of nutrition, remember, colorful vegetables and fruits are good for you. Lean meats are good for you. Number 2. So your microbiome plays a big part in having a healthy immune system and reducing inflammation. So how do you improve your gut flora and fauna? Well, fermented foods like kimchi and kombucha are very good, but closer to you, you can get things like Greek yogurt, kefir or kefir, and sauerkraut. So, so eating these fermented foods plus the probiotics, or the prebiotics, I should say, that we mentioned before. In other words, a plant-based diet. And then hydration. Your kidneys play a very large part in getting rid of all kinds of toxic material. So stay hydrated. Okay, so we talked about nutrition and microbiome. The next most important thing is sleep. Okay, if you're not sleeping well, your body is not ready to resist anything. So, what about sleep? Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Okay, no more than 30 minutes before or after the usual time, right? Ideally 10 to 7. And make sure there's no distractions that wake you up. Okay, don't do things that'll make it difficult to go to sleep. So, watching TV or electronics before you go to bed is not a good idea. Drinking caffeine in the evening is not a good idea. So, try to regulate your time before you go to sleep, at least an hour before you go to sleep, such that there's a routine that you do right before you go to sleep. Okay? So that brings up the next thing. So the fourth thing to improve stress, to improve your immunity, is to improve stress. So what can you do to improve stress? Because stress, as I mentioned before in an earlier video, reduces your immune system or your immune system's health. It increases cortisol, catecholamines, and all kinds of chemicals. So how do you manage stress? Okay, we mentioned something, routines. Routines are important. So you want to make sure that you schedule your day. When you wake up, what do you do? What do you do in the morning? If you have to work from home, keeping a schedule, right? Also scheduling your diet. So we talked about that the other day as well. We talked about trying to do meditation, deep breathing, imagery, perhaps having some kind of hobby, and other things like going for a walk. So you have to schedule that stuff in too. It just can't be, I'm going to do that later today. At a certain time, you have to stop, take a break. Say 3 o'clock, I'm going to stop and just do some deep breathing, or maybe some yoga, or drink some tea, and be mindful. Be mindful of where your mind is going, right? We talked about that the other day as well. And finally, the fifth thing to a good immune system is exercise. Okay, so if not every day, at least 3 to 5 times a week, exercise. What I mean by that is get your heart rate up. Go for a brisk walk. If you have access to treadmill, treadmill or a stationary bike, those are good forms of exercise that won't impact your joints. Now, I don't want you to go to a gym. I don't even think gyms are open. But, do this in the safety of your home. So in the interest of keeping this video short, I've been told that my videos are too long. 5 things. So what do you do to improve your immune health? Eat healthy, okay? Plenty of vegetables and fruits and lean meats. If you're a diabetic, remember you can't have too much fruits. It's sugar, right? There's a limit. Number 2, improve your microbiome, foods that have fermentation. Number 3, get good sleep. Number 4, manage your stress. Number 5, exercise. Okay. So if you have any questions and you are a member of Blackburn Primary Care or MDVIP, call us at 978-282-3698. We have a stress and wellness coach in our stress management clinic that can help you, walk you through what you have to do to improve your health. And hopefully I'll see you soon. All right, stay safe, be well.